Hey guys, Prepper Nurse 1 here. I haven't done a video from the camper in a while, so I thought I'd come in the camper and do this video. I've gotten a lot of questions lately, and a lot of things I want to try to explain to everybody. So, I obviously am an off-gridder. We live off-grid. I'm also a prepper. Been a prepper for a very, very long time. I started prepping, I think it might have been after Katrina hit, and I saw what happened with those people and how they got left, holding a bag, and it kind of frightened me, and I thought to myself, what if something happens, how am I going to take care of my kids? So I started prepping. So now what I'm going to focus on today is some of the things that I have in my preps, so kind of explain to you what I do. Everybody's different, everybody has a different idea, but I just want to explain what I do, and then I want to talk about the storage life of some of these things, okay? So what I have here is I got my 5-gallon bucket, which has, like these here are the black-eyed peas. This is a 2-pound bag of black-eyed peas. I store a lot of the stuff that I vacuum seal into the 5-gallon buckets, okay? I also have MREs. Now, MREs, you're looking at 5 to 7 years, maybe 10 years if you're lucky with an MRE, okay, depending on where it's stored and if it's in a cool, dry place. You're looking at about a 10-year shelf life on your MREs, all right? Also, I have, now this one here is whole egg powder, and that's from Provisional Pantry. And basically what they say with that, it's, they say once you open it, then your life on it is not as good, okay? But the number 10 cans, they say, are good for up to 30 years with the number 10 cans. I have quite a few number 10 cans as well, okay? I got quite a few MREs. I probably got enough MREs, I think, to feed me and the kids 2 meals a day for about 6 weeks if we just ate MREs, okay? I also have canned goods, alright? Now, it's funny, I have to laugh when people say, oh, it's expired, it's time to get, to throw it out. Canned goods, the only thing is when it passes the expiration date is they start to lose their nutritional value. I just had a can of New England clam chowder the other day. It was a year past its expiration date, and it was absolutely fine. It was delicious. Now what you're going to look for with your cans, if they're dented or swollen, you don't want to eat those then. I mean, they're bad. If they're dented or swollen, you don't want to eat those cans, okay? So, like this can here, I mean, this is a newer can, obviously. It's one of the newer ones that I had picked up. Obviously the can is completely fine. And I don't see if there's a expiration date on here. Best by 4 of 17, okay? So, and at Best Buy, all that means is that, like, after that date, it starts to lose its nutritional value. Still good to eat, okay? I obviously also have honey. Now, this is store-bought honey. I prefer trying to get... Now, here's a place here locally. I bought honey from this guy right from the beekeeper itself. This one's obviously empty. I have to go see him again. I want to get more of his honey. If you can get honey directly from a beekeeper, it's going to be better for you. I mean, store-bought honey will work, but me personally, I would rather have the honey right from a guy that has his, stuff, and it's the best way to go. So now we're talking about shelf life a little bit on these things, okay? I wrote some stuff down, and I just wanted to kind of go over it with you. Let's see. All right, so first of all, like powdered eggs, it says it has a shelf life of 5 to 7 years. Okay, brown sugar, also 5 to 7 years. Let's see, 10 years. White flour, or basically wheat, or your flour, if it's stored properly. Okay, they say it will last up to 10 years. Normally, you're looking at maybe a year and a half as far as flour goes. Okay, so it's better to buy the wheat and then grind it down afterwards. Okay, we'll get into that in a second. Okay, your 20, if you want to have a 20-year shelf life, your dehydrated fruits and vegetables, those will last up to 20 years. Okay, your dried cheeses, freeze-dried cheeses, powdered milk. Powdered milk will last up to 20 years. So if you go to the store and you buy a box of powdered milk, what I personally did with powdered milk is I bought it in the box. I took the back of the box, the label saying, how to use it and stuff like that. And then I vacuum sealed it into packages, and I packed it away. But you're looking at a 20-year shelf life with powdered milk, okay? Freeze-dried carrots, again, 20 years again, okay? So now your 30 years, you're looking at your dry beans. So here we got dry beans, okay? Vacuum sealed, then packed in a bucket, could last up to 30 years. All right. Your rye, corn, barley, wheat, those will all last 30 years. Potato flakes, whole oats, cocoa powder will last up to 30 years. So, I mean, that's kind of crazy, but you're looking at 30 years on that, okay? Now, forever, you want to look at forever. These are different things that are going to last forever. One is honey. They found honey in the tomb of the pharaoh when they finally opened that up that had been in there for 2,000 years, and it was still edible. So, honey, you're looking at a lifetime shelf life. Salt. Now, had a couple discussions with people back and forth with salt. All right. Now, this is what I recommend. When something happens, I don't want to say if, but when something happens, we need to have iodine in our system. It's part of our diet. We need to have it. If we don't have iodine, we get the goiters and stuff like that. Okay. So, I am a big proponent of stashing away iodized salt, because when things go belly up, you're not going to be able to get it anymore. Now, right now, it's so freaking cheap. For a 4-pound box, I think you're looking at under $1. I believe. Don't quote me on that 100%. I used to buy 4-pound packages at Sam's. I probably have over 100 pounds of salt packed away. It's just me. It's my thought on it. Iodized salt, really good thing to stack away or pack away. Okay. Lasts forever. Never going to go bad. Your white sugar, unlimited shelf life, lasts forever. Okay. Honey, we talked about honey. Rice, white rice, will last forever. Okay. I probably have about 450 pounds of white rice packed away right now. Unlimited shelf life. Your pastas, okay? Your pastas have an unlimited shelf life. So, another good thing to pack away in large numbers, because you boil it, you got pasta, you add a can of sauce, or you throw in some other stuff, and you got yourself a meal. All right. So those are some of the things I wanted to go over with you, kind of give you an idea of a timeline of how long these things will last. Like I said, to me, it's a combination of everything. Having a combination of canned goods, combination of things in the number 10 cans, MREs, okay, and then your long-term food storage. All right. I was weak on my beans. That's why lately I've been really banging up on my beans. I wanted to get more put in place. I actually have a list someplace. I got to find where I put it again, because I found it and I want to save this, and I put it someplace else, and now I don't remember where I put it. But I actually have a list of everything that I have packed away. So this kind of keeps a running board in my own head. So now that I've added more beans, I got to find that list and update my list. But this is what I do. Like I said, my biggest thing is, and I'm just going to give a scenario, okay? Real easy scenario, and it doesn't necessarily mean this is what's going to happen, but here's a scenario. The lights go off tomorrow, not going to come back on. What do you got? You got what you got, okay? If the lights are not going to come back on, you can't go to the ATM to get money out. So whatever cash you have. That other money is gone, okay? Lights go out tomorrow, you can't go to the gas station and pump that gas. Now, if you can get those lids off and get a siphon hose down into the tanks, you can get the gas that way. But how long will it be before those tanks are empty, okay? So that's something to think about too. So storing up on gas too is good. What I do, I keep probably 40 gallons of gas on hand at all times, and I rotate it out every 6 months. So generally in April and October, I will use up all the gas that I have, and then I fill it as I use it. So like if I what I'll do is I'll just use it in my truck. So if I need 10 gallons of gas, I take 2 of the cans, I put it in the truck, and then I'll take those 2 5-gallon cans and I take them down to the gas station and I fill them up. So within that month, I've rotated all my gas. Okay, it's just smart in my opinion, because it's like once things go belly up, you have what you have. Okay. Water purification. All right, I have a Iodized water purification system, and I'm going to do another video on that. I've done one in the past, but I'll do a newer one on that. And being able to make fresh water. Now, if you boil water, obviously it's going to clean it that way too. But then you got to be able to have a fire, make a fire, know what you're doing, how to make a fire. Be surprised how many people have no idea on how to even make a fire. Anyway, so like I said, food is, for me, water. I'm not concerned so much about water because, like I said, my Iodized system, each filter will filter up to 15,000 gallons of water. So I have 2 filters. That gives me 30,000 gallon access to fresh water. I also have my well, and I also have my rain catch system. Okay, I have my wood stove. If it's wintertime, I can boil water all winter long and make fresh water. So water I'm not really concerned about. Okay, what concerns me is food, because if you don't have enough food, okay, going back to the scenario, if the grid goes down, the trucks aren't running no more because they can't run because they can't get gas. You're looking at, these stores have a 3-day supply of food. 3 days. There's nothing else backed up. They're having trucks coming in all the time. Okay. If the trucks aren't running, no more new food's coming in. How fast do you think those grocery stores would be emptied out? I mean, completely bare, not a thing in those stores. It would happen in the blink of an eye. So you're thinking, well, I'll just go to the store. So is everybody else. I'm thinking just going to the store. I don't want to put myself in that position. Now, I will say this. Will I try to run to the store and get more? You better believe I will. Okay? But it's not going to be a necessity for me to do that because I have so much packed away. All right? I also pack away a lot of drink mixes, like iced tea, lemonade, oh God, I'm going blank here. All the different kind of powdered drinks that you can have. Drinking water all the time gets boring, okay? So you got to spice that up. So if you can make lemonade or iced tea, or if you could, oh my God, I can't believe I can't freaking, Tang is another one. All the different type of drink mixes, that you can get, do it. It's a nice thing to have. It doesn't take up a lot of room, and it's a good thing to have as far as, it's like a treat. If I say, hey, listen, say crap has hit the fan and it's 6 months in and we're doing nothing but drinking water all the time. Now I make a thing of lemonade. What kind of treat is that going to be? With sugar that I've had packed away again as well. Very, very important stuff, guys. You got to think about, there's so many things to think about, but if you start small, packing away a little bit, buy 1 or 2 extra cans of, canned soup or food a week if you can. It's not that expensive, it really isn't. And you'd be surprised how fast. Even if you took $5 a week, $5 a week is $20 a month, and put $20 a month towards food storage, you'll be shocked on how fast that'll add up. Okay, realistically, it's really important for me. There's no such thing as having too much food, because I have people that are coming to me. Okay, a lot of people do not prep. I have some people that prep that are coming to me. Are they going to be able to get all their stuff here? I don't know. I really don't. I would hope that they could, but they might not be able to. Okay. I believe in preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. I'm not real overly enthused of what's happening in this country. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So, this is what I do for food storage. It's a variety of different things. And, the different shelf lives of these things. You're talking your flour, or not flour, I'm talking your rice, white sugar, honey, your pastas, salt, unlimited shelf life, unlimited. Baking soda and baking powder, another thing, unlimited, will last forever, okay? Good things to have. I even bought like the packets of the rising yeast. There's so much stuff, guys. It can be overwhelming if you sit down and think about it. But if you do it slowly and methodically, you will, before you know it, you'll have yourself a little bit of a supply of food, and it'll make, for me, personally, peace of mind. That's what it's all about for me. It's about peace of mind, okay? So that's what I'm doing. I wanted to share that with you. I had questions in the comments about the shelf life of stuff, so I wanted to make sure I did that. And I also wanted to give you an overview of what I do. But like I said, if you can get to your local honey guy that has, you know, the hives and sells the honey, do it that way. I mean, I buy it, like I said, I buy it in the jars, and I got to call this guy. I want to get a few more jars of his. I have a lot of honey packed away too, I'll be honest with you. I also pack away chocolate bars, like the raccoon that got into my chocolate bars. I got quite a few chocolate bars packed away in my buckets. Chocolate is another thing. Really long shelf life on chocolate. So, alright guys, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Questions, comments, you know, I try to get ideas for making videos, and a lot of times I'll tell you what, I glean them from my comments that people make, and I go, oh, you know what, that'll be a good idea for a video. And that's where this came from today. One of you guys out there had asked about the shelf life of stuff, and I thought, you know what, I want to show you guys. I mean, I've been showing you how I pack stuff up in the buckets, but I wanted to go over everything else that I do as well, okay? I have a ton of canned food, a ton. But like I said, even though it's past the expiration date, it's still good. It just starts to lose its nutritional value, okay? And if you're hungry, you don't care if that can of soup is 2 years old. As long as it's not dented or swollen, or when you open it up it smells bad, you're good to go. Alright? So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. You know, I love doing this for you guys. I really do. If I can help somebody, if I help one person, that means the world to me. It really does. And, you know, I want to show people that this is possible, that this can be done, okay? You know, and I'm going to leave you on this thought again. Life is too short to be unhappy, guys. If you are unhappy in your situation, get out of your situation. Get out of there. If you're in an unhappy relationship, unhappy marriage, or just where you're living and you're unhappy, get out. Go do something else. Life is way too short. Life is so precious. And, you know, that's one of the things today that we don't have. There's no value on human life, which is sad. But anyway, be kind to each other, really, please. You know, it doesn't take much to be decent to people. It really doesn't. Please, thank you. Hey, wow, you look really nice today. Those things go so far and such a long way. And remember, guys, treat people like you want to be treated. When you start getting pissed off or mad about something, think about it in your head for a second. Wait a minute. How would I want to be treated in this situation? And we all get mad. I get mad too. I got a really bad temper, believe me. I do. You know, but I try, especially now that I'm older, I try to think things through first, okay? So listen, guys, have a great day. And remember, it's one thing at a time, one step at a time, and one day at a time. And you're going to reach your goals. You really are. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Prepper Nurse went out for now. Oh, today is Friday the 22nd. It's really, really warm. About 90 degrees here today. And it's going to be a hot one. Alright, I will talk to you later. It's sunny. It's gorgeous outside. I'll see you later. Prepper Nurse went out for now.